Slay. You switch. Slay. Come on.
What is up and what is good, YouTube? It is your boy Fun, I'm back at you again with another YouTube video. Now, just seen by the title, I'm basically gonna be exposing, talking, bringing to light whatever you want to put on it. I'm just basically gonna be talking about. I'm not even gonna put insert name, insert. We just gonna keep it 1,000 on this video. Probably the realest video I'm probably ever gonna post. We gonna be talking about Shoeboxbaby, this nigga from O Block, and King Von Camp, I believe. Unconfirmed. I mean, I believe he is, but he dropped. Most notably, he dropped. I believe, I forgot it was called 4K Trolls or something against NBA Youngboy when NBA Youngboy first dissed O Block. So, I think I'm gonna go ahead and start there because that's honestly what basically started it off. So, NBA Youngboy pretty much dropped this song. And I forgot the name of the song, but everybody knows because it was like when OTF first got dissed. So like pretty much he said, O Block pack get, rolled up, da-da-da. So I'm like, okay, cool. So that's, wild. That's crazy that he did that. So in rebuttal, Shoeboxbaby, he dropped 4K Trolls. And 4K Trolls goes, well, it don't go crazy. It don't, let's not lie. It didn't go crazy. But it had everybody talking. It had a few people talking. It had some news articles talking. Had some people talking on YouTube, whatever. It is basically just him dissing NBA Youngboy for talking about O Block. And I'm messing with that. I'm messing with the vibe. I'm like, why is he dissing O Block? That's crazy. So I pretty much, as you're going to see in some of the screenshots in the video that I got, you're going to see that I like reposted his video and I said something like, bro, this was fire, or he's speaking facts, go check it out. This dude is like, oh, okay, I best with you, this is, he said, where you from? I'm like, I'm from Detroit, but I'm really, I live in Indy. So he like, cool, we can, chop it up, we can talk it, let's go. What you be doing, what you like to do? I'm like, I'm a YouTuber, I like to react. So, we just get to talking and stuff. He's asking me questions. Pretty much. He just like, like I said, we having a conversation and he's like, all right. So now we get into the part where stuff is about to get, stuff start to get a little bit weird, or, where stuff start to get a little set up-ish, whatever. So now he's like, oh, you do YouTube, you should pretty much, mess with me. You should do a video with me. I like, where, we can go ahead and basically give my thoughts on a reaction of a video that I did or something. I'm like, cool, that's, that's cool. And I'm like, okay, so what was you thinking? What song was you thinking? He says 4K Trolls. And I'm like, cool. I kind of like the disrespectful energy. I wanted to come to the channel. I was like, that's kind of lit. So I'm like, okay. So then I pretty much am like, all right, that's cool. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with whatever. You could have did the first song or unreleased song. And I'm just like down because a lot of people don't know, except the people that's in my inner circle, they don't know that, a lot of people on YouTube don't know. But my biggest goal is to be able to sit down with an artist and, react to a video that they made and they give you their thoughts. So I'm pretty much excited. I'm like, this about to go crazy. I ain't even go tell my fans about it, my family on the internet about it. I would just pretty much go ahead and just drop it as a surprise tomorrow or something. So he like, all right, to lock in, we gonna go ahead and do $25. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm not even, honestly, my thought process in my head, I'm like, okay, that's kind of like, but at the same time, I noticed that he obviously had enough money to be making a video and had enough money to as, you know, in my head, you know, be known or whatever. So I'm like, okay, whatever. You make, you know, you're a decently big rapper, a decent, you know. So I'm like, cool. Obviously, you might need a little something. Like if Polo G did that, I'm obviously not doing that for free. That's my mind. So I'm like, oh, like that's cool. 25. I got paid the other day. I'm like, that's cool. I could do that. Said 25. As you can see in the screenshot, I said 25 at that time. Now it's gonna be another screenshot that pops up. It looks the exact same because I don't know if I got it in the screenshots, videos, and the screen recording, but he pretty much after that, he's like, all right, cool. We locked in. That's what's up, you know. Then he asks a question. He asks, do you know I'm gonna be linking up and recording with an artist from the city named Polo Boy Nunu, and I know him, not personally, but we've had interactions with each other on Instagram, and he literally lives, you know, so he lives in the same city as me, probably the biggest rapper out of Indianapolis right now. So I'm like, cool. I know him. Why, what's up? You know, and then after that, he's like, all right, you know, I got his number. He gonna be texting you. Da, da, da. I'm like, that's what's up. So after that, he's like, you know what? I'm actually about to get on a flight. I'm about to get on a flight and I'm gonna be heading to Indianapolis. And I'm like, that's cool. You know, we locked in for tomorrow. I'm like, that's cool. So I'm really believing it. Now it's like I said, when we about to get, it's about to get like really weird. This dude says, I'ma be, and this is like, you gotta pay attention to the details with these niggas. Like these niggas that be trying to scam and do a little weird stuff. These niggas be like, I'm gonna be in Nap, you know, I'm gonna be in Nap. And Nap, if y'all don't know, y'all not in Indiana, Nap is Indianapolis. That's not Indiana, that's not Terre Haute, that's not Lebanon, that's Indianapolis, and that's it. So this dude says, I'm gonna be in Nap. The next day, he gets there, he says, I have a hotel room. I have a hotel room in Castleton. Like I said, y'all not in Indiana, so y'all might not know. But Castleton and Indianapolis is not the same thing. It's about a 15-minute difference depending on where you're coming from. Where I'm from, about a 15, 20-minute difference. That's not the same thing as me going downtown and meeting up with you doing a video and you talking about going to Castleton. And Castleton, I don't know how to put this. I mean, I'm being raw in this. I'm going to be real. I'm going to be 100. Like I said, I'm being 100. And where I am, it ain't the best area for you to be going and doing a video with a nigga that got a lot of following that might potentially be robbed. If you in Castleton, you ain't really about to get robbed. They got nice hotels. That's, you know, that's the nice part. That's really nice. You know, they ain't doing that stuff out there. So I'll be immediately like, red flag. You said you was gonna be at Nap. Polo Boy Doodoo don't even be in Castleton. He be in Nap. And he be, you know, he be down there in Atlanta or whatever. He be all out and about in the country and stuff, living his life. So I'm like, stuff not adding up, but I'm still whatever, you know. So he says, so we need to lock in for real, for real. This is what he says. I don't even really remember. I'm gonna show the screen recording like I said. And he pretty much was like, I need another 25. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm not even gonna try to beat around the bush and let's try to go around it and see what he was trying to lead up to. He said, I need another 25. And I think he said it had something to do with like, I don't know, like booking or like a flight or something that he was, you know, I don't know, but it has something to do with that. And I'm like, I don't really got it, but I went ahead. I didn't have it at the time. I sent my last 25 to the dude, like, you know, so I went ahead. I'm like, oh, okay, dang, you know, that's kind of messed up. I don't really got it or nothing, but I'm like, I went ahead and I asked somebody that I probably shouldn't have, and I asked them for the money, and I went ahead and I sent him another $25. Well, a lot of y'all probably in the story like, dang, man, that's crazy. I'm like, that's crazy too, but I'm like, maybe this is for real locked in. I'm like, maybe we for real. You know, I'm believing it still, you know. So my mom, she wasn't really going for it. She like, no, that ain't really sounding too good. And I didn't know who was going to be there. Technically, it was supposed to be Polo Boy Nunu and Shoeboxbaby there. And I'm like, I don't know. It just didn't sound right to hear Polo Boy Nunu, a dude that really be out east most of the time in his own hood, doing his own thing majority of the time, if he even in the city, will be out in Castleton recording. That don't sound right to me. So after that, I went ahead and I'm like, nah, I don't really. I was like, I'm not really dealing with it. I don't really want to deal with it. And we didn't end up meeting up. He didn't say nothing. He never said, like, oh, here's your $50 back because that was us locking in. He never even gave me, like, around the time it was time to meet up, he never gave me a location. He just completely got offline and then he disappeared. The next day or the day after that, he hits me up like, my bad, bro. I'm back in nap or something, and was like, what's up? Are you down to still record? And I'm like, bro, I locked in yesterday, the day before, and you said in your messages, if I pay you in your word, that you would give me back my money. So this dude, he says, like, like I said, 2 days later, he's like, I don't really wanna, I'm not, my bad, pull up. I'm like, I paid for that day. I need my money back. And he reads it, it stops responding. Next thing you know, fast forward to probably about a month ago. I don't have nothing of this anymore. I think he ended up deleting. He ended up like deleting his whole Instagram that was off of that y'all seeing. The only reason why I have that is because Instagram have archive stories, and I ended up being mad and posted it on my story. So, like, fast forward to about last month or about a few weeks ago, this dude messages me. He's like, hey, bro, you want to slide? I'm in Muncie. Once again, Indianapolis, Muncie, not the same thing. It's not the same thing. It's a college town. There's a lot of drugs, and I'm putting it nicely. I'm putting it very nicely because I'm trying not to disrespect the city. But let's just be real. It's a lot of druggies out there. It's bad. I don't like, you want me to slide out there that's 50 minutes away? You want me to slide all the way out there, maybe even an hour depending with traffic, and I'm just supposed to believe we out? Nah, see, it's just stuff wasn't clicking, stuff wasn't adding up. And still to this day, the Instagram got deleted, but now he's, I guess, back on his original Instagram, as you'll see right here, and he got 45K. So that's his original Instagram. He got likes and stuff from people from O Block. And I'm like, it's cool or whatever, but and that's the end of the story time. But I got something to say real quick. I don't really like niggas that really be ready to, they be on in social media posted up with Key Vod and all this and stuff. But other than that, they really broke. They ain't got no money. You really scammed a nigga that you don't even know out of $50. Out of $50. I told my girlfriend it was $15 because I knew she would have been disappointed, but it was $50. It wasn't 25, it wasn't 30, it wasn't 45, it was 50. They got a whole bill for that. Like that, like I'm not like, nah, and like I said, I'm cool. I even delete the video, drop it, whatever, if I get the money back. I just like, and a lot of people like that's petty. That's not petty when you looking at a nigga out here flexing like he got bread, like he got chains, and you going around trying to charge people. I'll show y'all a screenshot trying to charge people $3K for a feature, 500 for a hook or something. I'm like, bro, you're not even what? I don't know. Like I said, I'll settle this whenever. But at the end of the day, I'm posting this. This will be dropped probably around the morning time. And I'm going to share it. I'm going to tag them. They really out here lying. They really don't got no money. They really scamming niggas out of $50. But that's all I pretty much have for y'all. I just really wanted y'all to pretty much, first of all, be able to look out for him. Anybody that like him or a fan of him, don't even like, I got scammed. Don't get scammed, like, for real. Like, there's people that mess with him, rock with him. I don't care about none of that. Like, at the end of the day, I'm a man and I'm going to stand on this because you not finna punk me. And I feel like that's all you was trying to do. And now you feel like you bigger. But when you didn't have that Instagram, bro, you had like 3K and you wasn't moving. At the end of the day, like I said, this didn't even have to come to this, but you knew what you did. You knew you was wrong. I don't know if you was trying to snake me and smoke me when you seen me. and just run off with whatever I had, and then who would have known because you wasn't even supposed to be in city or something. I don't know, but at the end of the day, I'm speaking on it, and you're not real for that. Good, and I'm standing on that. But that's all I got for y'all. I'm still dropping on New Music Friday, but make sure y'all got post notifications on. Shout out Shoeboxbaby. Shout out you, nigga.